So let's talk about converting units. So basically you have some different SI units such as meters, liters, and grams. And for example, and basically you have a prefix. So you could have a kilometer um, or a centimeter. And all those sound very familiar to you. There's a couple here that you don't see nearly as often. Basically, we're just kind of going to use them as placeholders. But basically what each of these means is kilo is just 1,000 meters, right? That's one you should probably know. A hecto is 100 meters. Deca is equal to 10 meters. If there's no prefix, so if you put something in front of a word, it's called a prefix. If there's no prefix, it's just one. So if it's just meters, obviously it's just meters, right? There's not 1,000 meters. There's just 1 meter. Deci, so it'd be a decimeter, is equal to 0.1. A centi is equal to 0.01, right? That makes sense because 100 centimeters make up a meter. And milli is just 0.001. So a millimeter, 1,000 millimeters make up a meter. So basically we can just use this knowledge to solve unit of conversion problems. And a lot of people just have this memorized. And it's a good idea to have the common ones memorized, like kilo and obviously the units and centimeter and millimeter, or milliliter, right? That's another common one you would see. So basically, this is what we use, okay? A lot of us have this memorized, but this is what we use. So this U stands for the units. So meters could be there, or liters, or grams, for example. And what we do is we use this. So let's see, 150 centimeters is equal to how many meters? Now you could just do this in your head, but bear with me here. So if we go to centi, which is the C, we're going to have to go over 1, 2 to get to meters, right? To get to the units. So we're going to have to move our decimal place 1, 2 to the left. So let's see, our decimal place is here to start out. We move it over 1, 2. So it would be 1.5 meters, and that is correct. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to try this. We're going to have 3,450,000 millimeters is how many kilometers? Now this one might be a little bit more tricky to do in our heads, but what we can do is look at this and say, okay, we're starting at millimeters, so we're going to start at milli. We have to go all the way up to kilometers, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have to move our decimal place 6 points to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to have 3.45 kilometers. Now what about this one? We're going to start out with 1,690 liters is how many kiloliters? Okay, kiloliters isn't really a thing you see very often, but we can still do it, right? We're starting with liters, so we start at the units, and we're going to go to kiloliters. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So we have to move our decimal place 1, 2, 3 to the left. So we're going to have 1.69 kiloliters. Now, what if we wanted to go from kilometers to, say, centimeters? So what if we have 2 kilometers is equal to how many centimeters? Okay, so we start at kilometers, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got to move our decimal place 5 places to the right. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros after the 2. So we're going to have 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So we're going to have 200,000 centimeters. And that's how you convert units. So a lot of people just have the common ones of these memorized and you can kind of do it in your head, but this is what we're doing. We're adding up how many zeros we're moving the decimal place to the left or to the right.